Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome back to my channel. If any of today's viewers are contemplating attending college, pursuing that college education, and obtaining that degree, listen to me because today we are going to be covering the pros and cons of pursuing a college education and the pros and cons of going through life without a college degree and what options you have in order to be successful and comfortable in life. There are a lot of pros and cons to each side of this topic, such as how obtaining a college degree for most people will dramatically increase their earning potential and help them make more money along the course of their lifetime, as well as the other options that people have in order to be comfortable and successful throughout their life without obtaining a college degree. So, according to bestcolleges.com, the first institution of higher level learning that was established here in the United States is none other than Harvard University. Now, I think we're all pretty familiar with Harvard. We know it's a very prestigious college and a college that probably a lot of us would love to have on our resume. It was founded in 1636 and it was one of the first colonial colleges of the United States. Now, this little fun fact is relevant because I think it really shows how even over the course of the past hundreds of years, the importance of getting to that higher level of education has always been relevant and always been important. We are now in the 21st century, and along my entire life, these whole 22 years that I've been on Earth, I've been told by my friends, family, and peers that pursuing a college education is the only way that I will be successful in life because it will help me earn more money along the course of my lifetime. Well, if you were like me and have ever wondered or are currently wondering if college is right for you, here are some pros and cons of pursuing a college education. According to Fremont College, some of the pros of pursuing a college education would be that colleges educate its students to be successful in their field of work once they are done attending college. So you're not going to be going into a job after college blind or unsure of what to do because you would have already earned your degree and have some background of the type of work that you want to do after attending college. Also, while going to school, you are studying alongside people that are studying the same things as you, in the same major as you, and unknowingly, this is doing a form of networking, and this can maybe lead to potential job opportunities once you are finished with college. One last pro of pursuing a college degree is that once you graduate with a degree, you dramatically increase your earning potential. According to the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, those who have an associate's degree on average earn $8,000 more than high school graduates per year, and someone that has obtained a bachelor's degree earns approximately $24,000 more a year than high school graduates. Now that we have covered some of the pros of pursuing a college education, what are some of the cons? I think one of the most monstrous drawbacks of pursuing a college education would be the student loan debts that people face for the rest of their lives. According to Forbes, the people of the US are facing a $1.6 trillion student loan debt crisis. If only our country offered, some free education to its occupants, like some places in Europe and Canada, that'd be sweet. Another drawback would be that a bachelor's degree is no longer what it used to be. According to lifehack.org, 60% of jobs in the US require a higher education, meaning a bachelor's degree just isn't going to cut it anymore. A lot of people are searching for people to have a master's degree in order to hire them. This means if you need a master's degree to get a job out of college, that means, like I said earlier, a bachelor's degree isn't going to cut it, and you're going to have to spend more time in school, spend more money on school, and potentially acquire more student loan debt. Now that we've touched on some of the pros and cons of pursuing a college education, let's talk about the pros and cons of not pursuing a college education. Let's start with the pros of not pursuing a college education. According to the Founder's Guide, when you choose to not spend those 4+ years attending college, you could spend that time saving money. You could spend that time earning money in other ways, and you can spend that time working your way up in a company to a desired position. Another pro would be an obvious one. You don't have any student loan debts to pay off. Take all that money that you would have invested in student loans and paying for college and invest it in another part of your life. One last pro about not attending college would be pursuing other life choices such as trade schools. We will talk more about trade schools later, but essentially a trade school can get someone a well-paying job in a less required time than a regular college education would, and in fields of work that are essential for the U.S. to run properly, such as electricians, plumbers, welders, construction workers, so on. Now to cover the cons of pursuing a college education, the first one being obvious, there is a higher chance of having a lower yearly income than someone who has a college degree. Let that sink in a little bit. Also, something I took away from the Founder's Guide and something I took away from my own personal college experience is that college is fun and it is an experience of its own. You know, leaving home, often going somewhere far away from your family and being surrounded by totally new groups of people and meeting new people, it's a really fun experience that oftentimes I feel people regret not doing. Now that we have touched on some of the pros and cons of each side of this argument, what are some other life choices that one can make other than pursuing a college degree? Something I mentioned earlier were trade schools. Trade schools educate people on things that a regular bachelor program might not touch on, and that is vocational jobs. Vocational jobs are jobs that require more hands-on involvement. Some of these jobs are welders, construction workers, plumbers, electricians, those types of jobs. I don't know if any of you knew this, but our country is currently facing a shortage of vocational workers. So because of the shortage of vocational workers, that creates a higher demand for them, and that means the pay for these vocational jobs is going up. So choosing a trade education wouldn't be such a bad idea. Now, the last thing I'm going to say is that do whatever you want to do with your life. You do not always need a college education to be successful. Think about some of the world's most innovative and richest people. The late Paul Allen, the late Steve Jobs, Bill Gates. All three of these people did not go to college. They did not graduate with a college degree, and yet they changed our worlds immensely and they became billionaires. So that just goes to show that you don't always need a college degree to be successful, but earning a college degree does not hurt your earning potential or quality of life one bit.